this video, we're working on a great old classic, a Honda CB350. We need to remove this cover. We want to check the timing advance, which is this piece here, and we have to remove this plate to do that. I'm going to peel this gasket off without wrecking it. And if you'll notice, you want to take a quick gander at this mark right here. You want to make sure you put it back there. You want to do this with the ignition off. Take the actual ignition plate off. Here's the timing advance unit. You can see it's sloppy. See this spring bouncing around? See how that spring's loose? We gotta tighten that up. The other side doesn't look too bad, but you want to make sure that this unit works well or you will have trouble. So we're going to take this unit off and take it to the bench. To take this unit off, all you need is a 10mm. Make sure you use that washer because it's a hardened washer. There we go. And now we have the unit off. Check the seal. Seal's not leaking. We want to inspect this part, and you can see that got some corrosion, so we're going to polish this thing up. I'm going to tweak this little spring because it's loose, you see, and if it's not tight enough it will advance too soon. If you notice, there's a punch mark on this advance cam that moves, and there's a mark here. Now on some older bikes this mark won't be here, but you can find the same location by looking where this little notch is. And what has to happen is this really needs to be over here, and you can do that real easily by just opening the advance unit up. Just advance it and pull. Hold it way open. Push it down, and now these two marks are lined up and it's correct, and this bike should run now. And that was a problem he had. Really simple to fix. If you don't put it back in the same spot, it will be 180 degrees off. So first we'll pull this off. What I have here is some 500 grit emery paper, and I'm just gonna clean that thing up. There we go. Looks pretty good. That looks way better. No corrosion, none of that. We'll wipe this out and lubricate it up. Now we're going to this loose spring. You can see how this one's kind of tight, but this one's chucking around. Sometimes you might want to take it off and tighten it up. Bend her a little tighter. There. And you can slip it over that. We're gonna clean this part up a little bit. Add a little bit of lube, make sure there's no corrosion. And then we're going to look for the mark. If you can see it right there. There's a mark there. There's a mark there. They need to be close. Open this thing up. And now it's back together again. And the slop is gone. Drop a loop there. Drop a loop there. Work that in. Now this thing's not sloppy loose. It should work pretty decent. Now this one was in pretty good shape. I've seen these where they're totally rusted, and if that's the case, you need to replace it. Before we put the the advance unit back in there, we're gonna clean this compartment out a little bit. That's pretty clean. Now we can put the advance unit back in. You'll notice this little pin there. There's a slot in here. It has to fall on that. Not sloppy. Put this back together. If the advance unit springs are too loose, you'll notice it when the bike is trying to idle. It won't idle down quick. Common problem on these bikes, and that's usually the cause. For related videos and products, look in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.